Full screen. Hello everyone, I'm Bobby Seagull and welcome to Mr. Seagull's Geography Adventures. Hello, good morning, we're now Wednesday. So let me tell you a bit about myself. So my name is Mr. Seagull, or Bobby, you can call me. And I'm actually a school maths teacher. I teach at a school called Little Ilford in East London. So you can see I'm a real teacher. Like a real boy like Pinocchio. I'm a real teacher. I am also the author of a book called The Life-Changing Magic of Numbers. For me, maths and education changed my life, and I wanted to do the same for you. I want maths and numbers and education to show you that education can open up your eyes to the world. And this book will come in handy later on today, I'll tell you why. So, a few years ago, I was at Cambridge University, where I'm doing a PhD now, and I was doing a master's. And while I was doing my master's, I took part in a quiz show called University Challenge. And this show was all about general knowledge, not just maths, science, history, geography, music, politics, drama, even contemporary dance questions. But I did well on the show. And then the BBC said to me, Bobby, you're really passionate about learning and knowledge. So initially they gave us a radio program where I went round meeting really smart people. And Stephen Fry was one of my guests. And he's a very smart guy. Then with this man here called Eric Monkman, we made a quiz book together. Lots of general knowledge questions about, again, lots of topics. And then the really cool thing was, with my friend Eric Monkman, the BBC gave us a car, a mini car, and they told us, go around the UK, explore science, technology, history around Britain. So it's almost like QI meets Top Gear. And this is called Monkman and Seagull's Genius Guide to Britain. Amazing. And I'll talk about that later, but we've got a series 2 coming around. Again, lots of knowledge, lots of fun, as enthusiastic as me. So, I'm here, part of Home Festival. I got a call from OT a few days ago, and she said her, Karen, and a few friends are getting together to keep people engaged, active, and entertained during these times. And said, Bobby, can you help us out? You're a teacher. And I thought, absolutely, it's my honour and pleasure and delight to work with all of you, because I love learning, I love teaching, and I think all of us can learn so much from each other. I learn from you, I learn from my friends on Instagram, on TikTok, everywhere. So I'm really excited about today's class. So social media wise, I'm at Bobby_Seagull. You can sort of see it on Twitter. I have a Facebook page, Instagram, and I have a YouTube channel. Please message me on all your channels how you're doing in the lesson. There's a couple of bits of homework for you as well today. So before we start the class, I want to quickly talk about what the plan for today and the rest of the day, because Home Festival doesn't just, we had Karen this morning, but there's more after. There's a whole schedule. So let's have a look at the schedule. So at 11:30, OT and Marius are doing a dance class. OT and Marius' dance class, and that's going to be so amazing. Then the fabulous Katya has hair upcycling. And again, I'm looking forward to seeing what Katya has in store for us. And I tell you what, Katya got my maths question correct last week, and she's a fan of maths. So Katya, big applause. We love people that love maths. Thank you. Then we've got Bryony Blake at 3 o'clock with her makeup tutorial, always useful. Then celeb guest Anthony Gogo, an Olympic medalist, showing us some boxing tips. I think I'm going to take part in that. Then at 6 o'clock, Karen, some stretch. Karen's stretching is amazing. Again, I'm a bit inflexible, so I need some stretching practice. Then we got Emma Barton. She's continuing Matilda, and Matilda is one of my most favourite books ever. Brilliant story. Then 7:30, James Bennett with musical theatre dance class. Musical theatre, musical theatre, musical theatre. And then, maybe for me, my highlight of my day, it's an amazing day already. Neil Jones is doing an isolation quiz. I love quizzes. Oh my god, Neil, I can't wait to take part in your quiz. OT's 11:20, someone told me. It's correct. Okay, if it's 11:20, it is then. Okay, so we're going to get started with my lesson. We're going to get started. Here we go. I need a sip of water. All the energy, I need a bit of water, okay? That's okay, everyone? Okay, here we go. So, welcome to Mr. Seagull's Geography Adventures. And we're off today to China. So let me tell you the itinerary. You always need an itinerary. Firstly, we're on a flight to Beijing. We're going to be on a flight to Beijing. Then we're going to go to the Olympic Stadium. Then we're going to get a bit peckish, go and get some food, a Chinese takeaway, have some tea. Then we're going to visit a school in China. So I'm a teacher. We're going to learn how to count to 5 in Chinese. And we're going to learn a dance done in the school in China. And you're going to show me that as well, because I need some dance practice. Then after that, we're off to the Great Wall of China. Wow, the Great Wall. You're going to be excited by that. After that, we're going to look at some Chinese inventions, because they have invented lots of very cool things. And then, this is a big part. We're going to go to a bookshop, because my book actually has been translated into Chinese. There you go. The Life-Changing Magic of Numbers. It's been translated into Chinese. So we're going to go to a Chinese bookshop to see if we can get more copies of my book. So it's a Chinese version of my book. And then, after that, the final couple of things are, I'm going to set you homework. But honestly, it's going to be fun homework. Homework like you've never seen before. And then we have a quiz. 5 questions on things you've learned in my lesson. So make sure you're paying attention, boys and girls, parents, carers, adults, dancers, everyone. Because Mr. Seagull's quizzes will test you, but if you've been paying attention, you'll do well. And then finally, we have thoughts of Mr. Seagull. These are positive motivational thoughts that can help you in your everyday life, whether you're a small child, 4 or 5, or whether you're a 40-year-old adult, or whether you're 90, like Captain Tom Moore, he's 99. The thoughts of Mr. Seagull can help everyone. So, here we go. Here we go. I'm so excited. So, we are about to get on our journey. So, we're going off to China. What do you need when you travel? You need a passport. I got my passport ready. Okay, I'm putting my passport inside, checking it's up to date. Yeah, all's good with my passport. I need my backpack. I need a bag and a flag, just to show people I'm from the UK. So I've got all of that with me. Okay, I'm getting ready to go. So we're gonna go off to China. Are you ready to join me on this journey? Come on, a bit louder. Are you ready to join me? Yeah, yes, I can hear that. Let's go off. Okay, so we're going to go off to China. We're going to go to China. So let's have a look. So this is the globe. This is the globe. And if you look, we are, where are we? England, Britain, London, where I am, is there. So you can sort of see it. We're there. And we're going to travel all the way across the world, to Beijing in China. We're going to Beijing in China. So it's going to be a long flight. But we're all going to be ready for this. You know, I want you to come with me on this journey. And on another day, I'll talk about how, if you notice, can you see the Earth? It's tilted. It's tilted. It's not 90 degrees, it's at 23.5 degrees. And you know what, boys and girls, and adults, the tilt causes the seasons. The tilt causes the seasons. And we'll talk about that in another session. But for now, we're going to head off on our journey. So, we're on the flight now. You know, I've checked in my baggage. And we're on the flight. And let's look up some facts about China, because, you know, we want to know a few things about China before we go. So, the population of China is, let's have a look. It says 1.4 billion people. Nearly what? 1.4 billion people. That's 1,400 million. 1,400 million people. And do you know what the UK population is? Do you know what it is? Anyone know? It's 68. It's 68 million. And I realize it's backwards on Instagram, but this is the only thing we're writing today. It's 68 million. So approximately, China's population is 20 times larger. Do you know what that means? For every person here in Britain, there are 20 people in China. It's a huge country. Okay, let's see what else my book of facts says. It also says that the main language in China, so pay attention, these might come up in your test. The main language in China is Mandarin. They have Cantonese as well, but Mandarin is a language that's mainly spoken in mainland China. So look it up, Mandarin. And the money, if you want to spend some money, have I got any money with me? Oh, I need to borrow some money. I need to use my credit card. The main currency is the yuan, the Chinese yuan, or yen, the Chinese yuan. That's the money they have. So, we're off. So, let's go off to China. Landing. Okay, we are in China. Here we are. Can you feel it? We've traveled halfway across the world. And we're going to go to the bird's nest. We're going to the bird's nest in Beijing. The bird's nest. So, in 2012, we had the London Olympics, which is, oh my God, I love the Olympics. One of the best things ever. You know, so much joy, so many gold medals for us, and everyone in Britain, we were so happy together. And I'm sure we'll get back to that stage again. So that was an amazing time. But China held the Olympics in 2008, 4 years before us, and they demonstrated a great show of strength, amazing coordination. And I guess some of our Strictly dancers, OT, Karen, they would have loved choreographing the dancers because the dancing moves were so amazing. They were like all moving in synchronization. I thought it was amazing. Like seeing 2,000, 3,000. And yeah, 2012 for me was one of my best years ever. The Olympics. Can't beat it. So, in China, the Olympic Stadium is called the bird's nest because on the outside, it looks like a bird's nest. Very aesthetic, very beautiful, and it's still there. Not being used a lot, but it's there. So it's the bird's nest stadium. And I'll tell you what happened in the bird's nest stadium. It's Usain Bolt! Before Beijing, we didn't really know about Usain Bolt, but he smashed the world record. Do you remember the time he ran and was beating everyone, and it was like, he's beating them by like 5. You know, Usain Bolt, he practices social distancing running. He just wins by 2, 3, 4 meters. So he was the first person to do social distancing. Sorry, that's a bad joke. So he did 9.69 seconds for 100 meters and broke the world record. What a guy. And that was in Beijing. Okay. I'm feeling a bit tired. Are you feeling a bit tired? I'm going to go to get some food. I think it's time for a Chinese takeaway. Chinese takeaway. It's time for a takeaway. So in China, they have a diet, a lot of noodles. They enjoy their pork. Here's some ornamental chopsticks. So obviously they use chopsticks traditionally to eat. I'm not very good at it. My younger brother went to China and he got chopsticks. So you can see, you know, they pick things up. And I guess the more you practice anything, I always believe you practice, you become good at it. So these are chopsticks, and these ones here are really ornamental. I'm going to show my YouTube and Facebook followers as well. So really ornamental. So can you see these? These are all chopsticks. These are all chopsticks. So all in lovely decorations. So, feeling a bit thirsty. I've been drinking lots of water, but I want some tea. So I've got some Chinese tea. I'm going to have a nice cup of tea. But let me tell you the story of tea. The story of tea is fascinating. So about 2700 BC, that's close to 5,000 years ago, there was an emperor called Shen Nong, Emperor Shen Nong. And he had a cup of hot water. And nearby a tree was there, and some wind blew. And the wind blew the leaf into the cup. And he was like, what's this? He drank it and was like, wow, I feel revitalized. So Emperor Shen Nong, apparently this is a myth, we're not sure, Emperor Shen Nong may have had the first ever cup of tea. And since then, people around the world, India, Sri Lanka, started growing tea plantations, and now it's one of Britain's favourite drinks. We all love a cup of tea. And it all happened because a leaf flew into a cup of hot water into Emperor Shen Nong's cup. Imagine that, it's amazing how the world had tea. Because of Emperor Shen Nong and the wind blowing a leaf into a cup of hot water. There we go. That is tea. Okay, I've had my tea. I feel refreshed. Do you feel refreshed? I feel refreshed. I think it's time to go into a school. I need to go and visit a local Chinese school. Okay, so we're going to go to a Chinese school, and I am going to, I like numbers. Mr. Seagull likes maths and numbers. Obviously, maths teacher. So let's count to 5 in Chinese, okay? Let's count to 5, okay? So, 1 is E. Say that after me. E. 1 is E. 2 is R. 2 is R. So 2 is R. 3 is San. 3 is San. 4 is S. 4 is S. And 5 is Wu. 5 is Wu. So let's count the numbers again. Number 1 is E. Number 1 is E. Number 2 is R. Number 2 is R. Number 3 is San. Number 3 is san. Number 4 is s. Number 4 is s. And number 5 is woo. Woo. So they're the numbers. And again, Gracie's watching with me on Facebook, and she says she loves, she's been to China. Amazing. I want to go to China, but this is my chance of going. So we've got the numbers. E, R, san, s, woo. I think that's right. So let's do it one more time. E, R, san, s, woo. I think number 4 is a bit dodgy, but there we go. Okay. So I think I've done some learning in a Chinese school. Now it's time to visit a school, a particular school in China where they do dancing. So again, Instagram, you can't see it, but you'll have to watch me. So let's see what this dance is. So this is called the shuffle dance. I'm going to move my bag out of the way. We're going to try and learn it together. And boys and girls, parents, everyone, I'm not good at dancing. So this is a Chinese shuffle dance that became really famous, viral, a few years ago. So then I'm sort of like moving along and going, I'm trying to watch it on my screen. So, tap, tap, tap. So they go 1, 2, tap, tap, tap. 1, 2, tap, tap, tap. 1, 2, tap, tap, tap. So they do this dance. You can see this on YouTube and Facebook better. 1, 2, tap, tap, tap. So, warm-up dance. This is the school, the principal school in China. So what I want you to do is to send me your version of this dance. Again, on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, at Bobby_Seagull. It's going to be one of your homeworks. So this dance here is Chinese dance. 1, 2, ha, ha, ha. It's like this. Ooh. So just like, let me try and do it again. So he goes, so he's a bit of a foot, a bit of a shuffle. That's the first step. Shuffle, shuffle. And then he goes like, ha, ha, ha. 1, 2, tap, tap, tap. So the reason they do this dance in China, in the school, they do this like little flick. Chap, chap, chap. The reason they do that is they think it warms their brain up. You get your mind, your body ready, and your mind starts ticking. So 1, 2, chap, chap, chap. 1, I can't. So send me your dance. Send it to us. We'd love to see how you do the dance. One of your homeworks, because I need some dance training. Maybe OT or Karen can help me out. So it's 1, 2, chap, chap, chap. I think they go ha, ha, ha. Okay, there's the dance. Ooh, I feel like I need a rest now. Ooh, I need that cup of tea, don't I? Do you feel tired? Again, I love exercise because you get the endorphins rushing through your body and you feel good about yourself. In the same way in which when you get maths correct, you feel great about yourself. And I feel great when I do some exercise. Even if I'm not good, the key thing is, it's a journey. And I always tell people, let's say with maths, if you're struggling with something, and you might not be the best in the world, but if you progress, you're going to be the best you can be. And that's all you can ever ask. Whether it's in dancing, and you're not brilliant and you become okay, or with maths, as long as you go that journey and you get better, you work hard, you get support from people, that's the most important thing. You give it your all. You give it your all, then I think you're doing the very best you can for yourself and other people. Okay, so before we leave the school, let's look at the numbers again. So, ha, 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 ha. That was the dance. So the numbers were E, R, san, s, woo. One more time. E, R, san, s, woo. They're the numbers. Whew. Okay. I think it's time to head to the Great Wall of China. Shall we do that? Let's head there. Let's head to the Great Wall of China now. So, we're off to the Great Wall of China. So do you know the Great Wall of China is 21,000 kilometers in length. 21, I'll tell you how big that is. If you could put the Great Wall of China across the earth, the equator, the middle part, it would take up half of the earth. Can you believe that? The Great Wall in China would take up half of the earth. Half of the earth. That's ridiculous. Oh, someone's telling me that the 4 is sir. Sir. I think number 4, I'm not quite good at that. So number 4 is sir, not sir, sir. Okay. So it's half of the earth. And the Great Wall of China is on average about 6 meters. So about 3.5 times taller than me. 6 meters tall. But the tallest parts are 14 meters tall, the Great Wall of China. And some bits of it, the main bits were built, I think about 2,700 years ago. But the bit that we've seen, the one that you can see in my picture on YouTube or Facebook, is was built about 700 years ago in the Ming Dynasty. The Ming Dynasty. And I'll tell you one thing. There's a myth. There's a myth here. People sometimes say, you can see the Great Wall of China from space. You can see it from space, definitely. You can't. You know that? You can't see it. Unless you have like an amazing magnifying telescope, as it were. The Great Wall of China, you cannot see from space because it's only, 14 meters high, and it's maybe about between 5 to 10 meters wide. You can't see that from space unless you have extra magnification lenses. So, it's a myth. I'm sorry, Mr. Seagull, Bobby, I'm here to break down some myths. You can't see the Great Wall of China from space. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. Okay. What did the Chinese ever do for us? I'll tell you what. They did a lot. They did a lot. So let's look at some inventions the Chinese had. So, the reason I love inventions is, so my TV series is called, it's on BBC, you can look it up on iPlayer, Monkman and Seagull's Genius Guide to Britain. So series 1 was we went around England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland in a mini car, driving around, driving around and looking at great space telescopes, looking at a lawnmower museum, looking at small microscopes. I got to drive a Back to the Future car. You know, the DeLorean before the name of science. There you go. Series 2 is coming out, and Series 2, I'll tell you what it's connected to now. Series 2 is Monkman and Seagull's Genius Guide to the Age of Invention. So we're looking at inventions in Britain from 1750 to 1900. So inventions in Britain. But I want to talk about Chinese inventions. So in China, there are 4 great inventions that happened in the last couple of thousand years. Firstly, they were the first people to invent paper as we know it. So Chinese invented paper. The second thing is the compass. You know the compass to say where we're heading off? They invented that. They invented the compass. And the third thing was they invented gunpowder. Fireworks. Gunpowder came from the Chinese. So when we have bonfire night in the UK, it's all thanks to the Chinese. Gunpowder. And the fourth one is printing. Printing. So early versions of printing, I guess, text onto paper. Text onto paper. A bit like, if I can find my notes, I did have a note here somewhere. I think it's gone walkabout. So they were one of the first to do printing. So they made paper, this might come from the test, a compass, gunpowder, and printing. These were great Chinese inventions. I'm going to cool myself down with a Chinese fan. You know, I just walked the Great Wall of China, and I've been talking about inventions. I need to cool myself down. So a little cool down for Mr. Seagull, and he's got 7 minutes more, 8 minutes more. 8 minutes is 2 times 2 times 2. There's numbers everywhere, boys and girls. Okay, Mr. Seagull feels very cool. Okay, so now we're going to head to the bookshop. I'm going to head to the bookshop because remember my mission was to find my book in Chinese. Let's see if I can find it in a Chinese shop here. So, I'm going to head to a shop. So on the way to the shop, someone offered this. They said, do you want to buy this hat? This looks quite cool. It's going to ruin my hair. Oh no, it's going to ruin my hair, but things that you do for entertaining and education. There we go. I've got my hat. So let's look at the bookshop. What do they have? They've got something called this, the Little Red Book. The Little Red Book. I'll show you what that is. So this is one of the most famous books in the world, and definitely in Chinese history. And it's written by Chairman Mao. And he wrote this between 1964 and 76. And this Little Red Book contains quotations from him about the Chinese Communist Party. And actually, they still rule China now. And this Little Red Book has lots of quotes. So like, again, if I read the start of it, it says, the force that the core leading our cause forward is the Chinese Communist Party. So this is one of the most important books in Chinese culture. The Little Red Book. There we go. And now I came here to buy my book. Where's my book? Oh, I found it! I found lots of copies of my book in Chinese. Look, I'm so happy. That's what I came here for. Let me have a look. Let me try and read this to you. I might need some help. I might need some help. Sorry, I can't read Chinese quite yet. I got the numbers E, R, San, Sir, Wu. I've got that, but I need some help reading my own book. I might stick to the English version. So there we are. Time for homework. Homework before the test. So the homework is, hashtag homework for Bobby, and I want you to send it to me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, anywhere you can. And there's 2 bits of homework. One is, I want you to send a video of your dance that they could do in a Chinese school. So you can make your own one up or do a version of this that's better than mine. 1, 2, pa pa pa. 1, 2, pa pa pa. So send me that the dance, because I need your help to learn to dance. Maths, I think I can help you, but dance, you need to help me. 1, 2. So send me a version of a dance that you think would be good in a Chinese school. They use it in the morning to get warmed up. The second homework, you got one of 2. I like that. Options is create a poster of 3 things you learned today. So it could be about facts about China. It could be about the stadium. It could be about the food, maybe the tea story. It could be about the counting. It could be about the fact that they use dance in school to keep themselves energized. It could be about the Great Wall. It could be about their great inventions. It could be about the Little Red Book. So I want you to either send a dance video that you think the kids would do in China, or a poster of 3 things you learned. Okay, time for your test. Time for the test. I mean business now. I'm going to test. If you've been listening to me, Mr. Seagull, okay? I'm going to be testing your brains, yeah? You ready? Here are the questions. Mr. Seagull's Quiz with Bobby. So, I took part in a quiz show called University Challenge, all about maths, science, history, geography, French, art, literature, poetry. And a few weeks ago, I won Celebrity Mastermind. Here's my lovely little trophy. My topic was football, England at World Cups, but I won in general knowledge. So there you go. My lovely little trophy. Very proud of it. I'm very proud. You should be proud of your achievements, boys and girls. Never hide them. Tell people, because it inspires others and they can do their best as well. So there's my trophy. So here are your 5 questions. Number 1. What is the capital city of China? What is the capital city of China? Number 2. What is the nickname for the Olympic Stadium? What is the nickname for the Olympic Stadium? Number 3. What is the main language of China? What is the main language of China? Question 4. Can you see the Great Wall from space? Can you see the Great Wall from space? And number 5. Can you name me 2 Chinese inventions? Can you name me 2 Chinese inventions? So there are the questions to my quiz. And let's see what the answers are. So number 1, hello Alison, Sabrina, you're doing really well. Number 1 was, the capital city is correct. Well done. I've seen a few Beijings, Umar, Colleen getting it correct. The nickname for the Olympic Stadium is the Bird's Nest. The Bird's Nest. It's the Bird's Nest. The main language is Mandarin. Excellent, well done, it's Mandarin. Can you see the Great Wall from space? Bella says you can't. Bella, you're correct. Can you name 2 Chinese inventions? Uma, Colleen, and Janju and Francesca have it correct. They said gunpowder, printing, paper, and there's one more missing. Gunpowder, printing, paper, and my brain's gone blank. Can you tell me what the last one is? Gunpowder, printing, paper. Oh my god, my brain's gone blank. I need you to help me out. So there's 3 inventions there. I've forgotten the last one. I think I deserve an X. I'm Xing myself out. How can it quit? Tea! Tea! Of course! Lovely tea. Thank you. How can a quiz master like me get those questions wrong? Well, there we are. I'm running out a bit of time. I will come back to the thoughts of Mr. Seagull next time. But here are your sessions. Again, thoughts of Mr. Seagull will be really positive things, but hopefully I've been positive today. And it's all about being the best that you can. It's not about being someone else. It's not about being your sibling or your brother or your mother. Be the best you can be. Whether it's in dancing or maths or geography. As long as you can be... Oh, compass. Thank you, compass. As long as you can be the best you can be, that's all you can ask for. So, don't forget, send in your homework at Bobby_Seagull. Either the Chinese dance, pa pa pa, pa pa pa, or 3 things you learned as a poster. And again, the best ones I'll shout out on my Tuesday lesson. So after this, we got OTs, family dance class, then Katia 12:15 upcycling, then Bryony Blake with makeup tutorial, then 4 o'clock Anthony a go-go with boxing. Then 6 o'clock, Karen, stretch. Then Emma Barton, reading Matilda. 7. Then at 7:30, it's James Bennett and musical theatre. And then afterwards at 8:15, it's Neil and time for the isolation quiz. It's going to be an amazing day with the home festival family. It's going to be an amazing day. So I'm back on Tuesday at 10:45. I'm here every Tuesday and Thursday at 10:45. And my Tuesday session is about the maths of money. I want you to feel confident about money, and maths can help you. Thank you. I've been Bobby Seagull. I had a wonderful time. I feel so much love and energy from you. Please send me your homework. I'd love to see it. I'll give out some shout outs to the next time. So thank you all so much, and have a great, wonderful afternoon. And it's time for OT and Marius' class. Family dance, family dance, family dance. Well, I need to do my dance. Boom. Ooh, I'm going to end on the dance. I'm going to end on the dance. Let's have a look. So I'm going to end on the dance for everyone. 1, 2, bum, bum, bum. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Uma. Thank you, Francesca. I've been Bobby Seagull. I've been your teacher for Home Festival, and you've been all so wonderful. Thank you. See you all soon. See you all soon.